Yeah, let's talk a little bit about the multi-level marketing companies. Now, we all know that, say for instance, I'm a farmer and milk farmer. I get about R1 for my liter of milk, and the consumer at the end of the day gets 10 grand for his product. So in between, there's quite a lot of things happening. It's advertising, it's shelf space, it's marketing, it's salaries, and it's all these kind of things. Now, in the traditional sales model, 80% of your income in the company, or what the consumer pays, goes into what we call the middleman. And the farmer gets a little bit, and we pay quite a lot at the end of the day. Now, what Manatech decided, the reason why they want to go on the multi-level marketing and stick there, because that was quite a question to me, because I had a mindset where we all know multi-level marketing companies with their good TV ads. In the beginning, you only see the product on TV, you can only get it from the company itself, and then after a year or 2 or 3, when they've grown a little bit, you can find them on all the big retail shelves, and they've got their little stall there, and it seems like they have made a success, so they can sell it now. So I had the question, why can't you find this product on the shelf? And that was quite interesting to me, that Manatech actually went to see economists about how can they get their product to the consumer at the lowest price and fulfill their mission of serving people, and as well as giving a good compensation to their business associates. And the economist said the only way you can do that is if you cut out the middleman and let your consumers get the product directly from the company, and the company ships it directly to their doorstep. In that way you also get a discount, but you get the product at a retail price at the end of the day. Now, your traditional model, you spend about 20% goes back into the company, and 80% goes into marketing and delivery costs and all those kind of things. Now, what Manatech has decided, the reason why they work on the multi-level marketing plan, now whenever I draw this picture, people really get quite scared about it, because they see this is a pyramid, so it must be a pyramid scheme. So I want to just explain in my own way of what is a pyramid scheme and how does it differ from multi-level marketing companies. Now, all business plans work in a triangular fashion, whether it's VW or Sanlam or Old Mutual. They've got a board of directors or a CEO up there, and they've got managers down here, and they've got accountants, and they've got different staff, and the T-boy and the T-girl and the sweeper. And here at the bottom you've got quite a couple of people which actually generate the income, called the salespeople, or the representatives of the company. Now, what Manatech has decided, they decide to put 56% of the income generated in the business back into the business to further develop the product, to find newer products on the market, and to keep the company solid. And 44% they put back directly in the business associates' hands. So nothing gets lost in between. It's only going back into the company and back into the associates' hands. Now, your traditional multi-level marketing model works like this. You normally have a guy up there, or a board of directors up there, that really gets good money in the business, and you've got all the people down here that's needed for the business, and your reps down here. Same model. And what they normally do is they spend around about a 20% back into the business, and only as little as about 10 to 15% back to their business associates. So in actual fact, these people work quite hard. Those people make a lot of money, and yes, people do make a success in that business, but I just didn't want to venture into something like that, because I've been there before, and I'm not interested in that at all. Now, what happens, there's a board in South Africa called the Direct Selling Association. So no company can trade as a multi-level marketing company unless they are being approved with a proper business plan in place, and then they get approved to trade as multi-level marketing companies. Now what normally happens, some of these companies don't make a success, and the sole reason why they don't make a success, because there's normally a greedy bunch of people up there, and the first thing they buy is their Ferraris, and they buy yachts for themselves, and they go on overseas holidays and buy lavish houses and so on. And instead of putting the money back into the company, they actually use this money for themselves, and they don't pay their associates proper as was promised. And the next thing that happens is that that circle up top there grew so big that the thing becomes top heavy and falls over, and that is where it's called a pyramid scheme. But with a good structure, good business plan, like what Manatech has, or some of the other companies have, it is impossible for something to fall over and turn into a pyramid scheme or a scam or so. So that is my way in layman's terms, just to explain a little bit about why did Manatech decide to go for a multi-level marketing plan, and what the difference between them and other companies are in their remuneration for the business associates.